it's fun winning, so it's been good.
I mean, it's been a grind, but it's fun. It's good work, yeah.
I'd give it a thumbs up overall.
It's a good time.
What was successful and what wasn't successful about your guys' season this year?
The team, like, as a whole, was pretty successful in the end. We didn't lose any games. That's a lot considering we were 2-7 my freshman year. So.
Defense.
Offense.
Special teams.
The coaches.
That's true.
Offense.
I like it.
What was your best experience this season, like your most memorable moment?
Winning states, there's nothing like that. I hope that they can do it again next year because when you do it your senior year, it's a little different. You have to work a little bit harder, and I think they'll all see that next year and see if they can step up and do it.
Beating Wells was pretty cool, and states.
Definitely States and Wells.
No, I'm gonna have to go with states on this one, yeah.
I'm going to go with Beaton Wells because that was our homecoming game and it was packed and the atmosphere was crazy.
States.
Did you guys have a tradition, or like before or after every single game?
After every single win, we listen to 4 AM by Travis Scott. That was a good one.
It's by 2 Chainz featuring Travis Scott. But
Good direction.
and coming out to Enter Sandman every single game in my high school career, that's pretty special. So.
I was listening to 4 AM and Enter Sandman.
I like to go to Subway.
Occasionally I'd break out my green car. That was cool.
Damien, you got anything? Pre-game or post-game ritual that you usually do?
So I have to sleep before the game.
What was the toughest thing for you guys to deal with this season?
Injuries. Very tough.
Yeah, we started the season with a lot of depth and throughout the season we lost a lot of guys, so tough.
Showing up to school on time.
That was hard for us.
I'm going to have to agree with Wyatt, showing up to school on time. Injuries, that's about all I got to say.
Yeah, there was a lot of issues this year off the field, but we managed to deal with them. So I'd say just off the field, those circumstances.
I'm going to slide into your chair here. I got some individual questions to ask these guys. So these are going to be tough. So you guys are on the spot now. Okay, so I'm going to start with Riley. You've been a 2-year captain for us, 4-year starter, finalist semi-finalist for the Gaziano Award for the top lineman in the state. So you've been a pretty good leader, pretty good player for us over the 4 years. Talk about, maybe what was different between your junior year and your senior year and why we were able to be a little more successful.
I mean, starting all the way up, I started with my brother, so that was always just some competition. And he kind of showed us, like, even though you lose, like, you can still have fun, because he lost every single game in his career pretty much. I mean, he never won a game, really. And him and Nolan just went hard every day, though. So he kind of just taught us, like, it doesn't matter who you're going against, you can hit them hard. Robbie Oliver, sorry, he hit pretty hard.
Robbie's over there. He's hoping Riley doesn't hit him.
But yeah, then coming up into like senior year and junior year, I realized like, you kind of gotta show other people what to do more than just like the seniors move on. Like you gotta step up, and then this year we had a bunch of kids that all were just ready to step up at the right time, and everybody did their part. and people followed.
All right, next I'm going to Tommy next. Tommy, you play in the offensive line for us, so that's kind of that's kind of a little bit of a different place, right? And you guys have a pretty good bond together playing in the O-line. Just talk about that overall experience. What's it like to be a lineman? What's it like in practice? How do you guys fire yourself up for games? Something like that. What do you got?
It's pretty fun being a lineman. I mean, we get waters first. We get to eat more food at Pasta. We don't really say much before every game. We just give a few high fives, just do our own thing. But once game time, I think we're all ready to roll.
All right, Damien back there, right? So Damien has been running jet sweep since the age of 8 or 9, probably, right? So you've become pretty good at it. What's the key to scoring so many touchdowns on jet sweep? How have you done it?
Practice makes perfect. Get those reps in. Make sure you get your speed up, and that's the key to running jet. Yes.
Who is the better football player, you or your brother?
Don't disrespect yourself.
Or is it Dayton?
No. I'm going to have to say myself because I don't want to give the Sean that. So, yeah, I'm going to say me.
All right. We'll go to Wyatt next. Wyatt, you play quarterback for us. Tell us what it's like to, the number of plays that we have and the number of things that you kind of have to do at the line of scrimmage. How do you try to handle that?
Listen to everyone around me. Linemen tell me what's going on up front a lot. I just kind of look into the secondary. The receivers make cuts when they need to, go where they need to be. So everyone around me makes my job a lot easier.
All right, Cole, tight end, defensive end for us. We had pretty good defense this year. Pretty good against the run, pretty good against the pass, shut down some pretty good offenses. Just talk a little bit about how we were able to accomplish that.
I think our communication this year on defense was really good. Losing Stephen Gray last year, he was a big part of our defense, and this year we all came back, and just our communication, how we talked with each other on the field before the play and before the ball was snapped. Just the pre-snap communication was really good. So.
All right, Keegan, you play in a pretty good group of skill guys on offense. Probably the best group of skill guys that we've had here. Just talk about the mindset of the group and what are some important things to accomplish as a group going into a game.
We got to be able to trust everyone. Pretty much any one of us was capable of having a breakout game, so it's kind of nice going into a game knowing that. And yeah, you just gotta you know everyone's gonna score, so I don't know.
All right, we're going. First I'm going to get Landon. You can pan over to Landon for a minute. Okay, Landon, younger guy on the team, often has to go against these guys as part of the look team in practice. Tell us what that's like, having to go up against these guys in practice every day.
Well, it makes me better as a player, going against tougher kids and just learning from them and seeing what they do and then basing what I do and fixing what I do.
All right, quick answers here. I'm going to go around the horn. Okay, we'll start with Riley. We'll work this way, and then we'll come back with the next question. First one is, you got 2 answers for this. What was the best play that you made in the state game, and what was your favorite moment from winning states?
Best play was 4th down on that punt. And the best...
Knocked the ball loose, created a fumble, right?
Yeah, and Camden scooped it up, and... Favorite moment was probably seeing Thies, because he was actually emotional.
Tommy? Best play you made, favorite moment from the state game?
I kicked this kid's butt on the end 30 times in a row when we ran counter. Yeah. And that was my favorite part because I knew he was done. He was just so mad. And what was the other one?
Favorite moment from winning states?
Yeah.
What was your best part about it?
Probably hugging my mom. Not gonna lie. love my mom.
Good deal.
That's all I gotta say.
Mama's boy.
Yep.
Dames?
I am.
Best moment was locking one of their best receivers down, pretty much. He was talking a lot of crap, and he got one good ball on me, but after that, he couldn't do nothing. So he shut up real quick. And best moment, let's see here. Getting that ball, I guess, hoisting it up, and running as fast as I could to the fans.
Nice. Wyatt?
Best play was the interception I had to seal it. And my favorite moment was just being able to hold the gold ball up with all the seniors.
Cole?
I'm gonna go best moment first. Best moment was the celebration after the game. How the whole community was on the field. That was pretty cool. And best play, I don't really know if it was like a best play. I had a lot of fun chipping down with Jack Bouton and Poirier on those linebackers, especially 75.
76, right? The big kid?
Oh yeah.
76.
Yeah, I don't even know his number.
Keegan?
Yeah, I'm gonna go best moment first. It's probably running to the crowd, hoisting that ball up, and I'm gonna give a best series. Best series was that final series where we stopped them.
Nice. All right, I'm going back around this way now. Now I'm starting with you. What's the most memorable moment from practice this year?
There's
You gotta pick
so
one.
many.
Something good that happened. Make sure it's appropriate. Something good.
Every day was like.
We have a lot of fun in practice.
Something new, dude.
Something that happened.
Maybe singing.
Singing in practice?
Yeah, in
What do you like to sing in practice?
A lot of stuff.
A lot of
Depends
stuff.
on
He
what
likes
I'm
to
listening
sing
to
out
that
rap
day.
songs.
Yeah.
Sing out rap songs
Oh,
in
yeah,
practice?
We
was
get one
singing
right
rap.
now.
No, we cannot get one right now.
All right, Cole, favorite moment from practice this year?
That practice where there was a ton of snow, we had to clear a spot to practice on. I mean, it kind of sucked, but you knew nobody else was doing it, and it showed up
right.
the game.
I believe York was inside in the Bubble Dome
Yeah,
that day on turf, right? Wyatt, what do you got?
I'm not going to release any names on this one, but we have a little group of us during stretching circles that are always right next to each other, and I'm not going to release names, but someone pooped their pants.
All right.
And they had white pants on, and you could see it.
That's memorable. Damien?
I honestly don't have a memorable moment. I'm just gonna say going out for warm-ups, I guess.
All right.
Probably the first time we had a perfect shoots day with no mistakes.
Perfect shoots, no mistakes.
Yeah.
Shoots is like an O-line drill, right?
Yeah, that was nice.
Alright.
And Coach Ball gave us a compliment, so.
Who? Coach Bach does not give compliments that often.
That was nice.
Riley, what do you got?
My favorite moment from practice of all time would be we all came out and the whole team was walking out and somebody was like, "There's a cow."
Oh my God.
And we charged and there was a cow on the practice field. And the whole team chased it, and Miss Ward got very mad at us.
Was it a Reeve Twitchell cow?
It was a Barney cow.
Oh, it was a Barney
And
And then
it-
remember we were practicing, and then Roy came
And then the
running
Barney
across the
clan
baseball
came
field.
down and wrangled the cow.
Got
That
the
was
cow.
awesome, yeah.
Landon, you got one favorite moment from practice?
Probably when the freshmen ran through all that water.
Oh,
Big-
freshman puddle day.
Yeah.
That's always a good one. All right, I'm going to go back around. I'm going to start with Riley. So you guys prep your answer up. Favorite Coach Hathaway pregame speech of this year? Which one you got?
This one, baby.
We'll go to Cole first. Cole has an answer.
In
What do you got?
such a way.
In such a way speech. Anybody else got one? Favorite Coach Hathaway pregame speech? I guess they're not that memorable. Or a favorite Coach Bach. He gives a good lineman talk.
I like the baddest MF on the block one.
There you go, baddest on the block. That's always a good one.
No, I'm not doing that one.
Before every game, Coach Bach comes and says a few words to me. Probably my favorite one was the York Regional Final game. The first time we played them, did not play good. And I'm going to leave out the swears, but he told me basically not to suck.
Not to
With
suck.
some very encouraging words in there.
Some encouraging words in there. All right, anybody else? Can anybody else think of one that they got there?
I like the Wells one.
The Wells speech?
Yeah,
Well,
the
yeah,
one was
the
good.
Wells one was
I
good.
like that one.
What about, anybody can answer this one, favorite moment at a pasta dinner this year? Best moment at a pasta dinner. We have team dinner every Thursday night.
Somebody dropped like 3 plates.
This Stone, dude.
Yeah.
Stone had one
Stoney,
plate in each hand. Just drops them both.
Yeah, Stoney had 2 completely piled plates and just tossed them in the middle.
Dropped them both. My favorite was when Spugs broke the chair, putting his phone into his back pocket, and the chair just snapped and buckled. I thought that was pretty good. That's my favorite one. I'm gonna go to the seniors here. What are you gonna miss most about playing football at Leavitt High School?
I'm just not going to have anything to do anymore, it feels like. I mean, I'm here all the time. I was here more than I was at home for sure, like all the time, so it's going to be weird.
Dave?
Yeah, I'm just gonna miss being under those lights. No, that's it.
Okay, game day lights. Cole?
Kind of like the
You know what I mean?
family feel with all the coaching staff and the players on the team. And that's special, I guess.
Keegan?
I'm going to miss putting the pads on because I was looking at pictures the other day and I was already missing it because I look pretty cool. So it was like
Get good swag.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to throw swag
Game
again.
day
So.
trip.
I feel jerky.
All right. Tommy and White as juniors. Talk a little bit about next year. How do you feel about the team coming back? What are the expectations? What do you think we need to do to get back to states?
I'll let you start.
I don't think the expectations are any lower than they were this year. I feel like we all have the mindset that we can make it all the way to states again. But I mean, with the whole offensive line coming back and we got some good running backs that can step up, I feel like we definitely got a good shot if we just put in the work.
Tommy?
Yeah, I agree with that. We're obviously losing a lot of key players on the team, but I also have a lot of confidence in the underclassmen that they'll be able to step up and replace them and hopefully just do good.
Right. So we were hoping to have Cam Jordan here today, but he's not. So, we have coming up here, there's a couple of announcements coming up where Cam and Riley are both up for the Gaziano Awards. They're semifinalists there. Cam also a semifinalist for the Fitzy. Also won Player of the Year in the conference. Wyatt was Player of the Year in the region. But Cole, since you practice every day with Cam as tight end and defensive ends, tell us a little bit about how Cam has been able to have such a good year.
He's a good player.
What makes him so good? Why is he so good on the edge on defense?
His energy on the field's insane. He gets in kind of like a zone, and it's just go.
Anybody else want to talk about Cam a little bit?
He's crazy.
He's crazy.
Yeah, he's a psycho.
He's crazy.
He was blocking for me one time, and I watched him block a kid 6 yards out of bounds, and then just literally jump on him, on top of him.
One time I was, I think we were running counter or something, and I was blocking, and I laid the kid out, but at the same time he laid me out. So, and that was the first time I got my ass kicked by somebody who was on my team.
Right.
Butt kick.
So you guys are both linebackers on defense. Coach Thies is our linebacker coach. He's been here for quite some time, really since the beginning with me. Maybe shed a little bit of light on what it's like to be in that linebacker group and play for Coach Thies. What makes him such a great position coach?
He's kind of mysterious. He doesn't really reveal a lot, so if he actually talks to you and coaches you up, you learn quite a bit because you're paying attention. He doesn't shed much light on anything.
Yeah, he's a scary guy.
And he's seen a lot.
He's seen some stuff.
You respect him because
you don't want to mess with him.
Also hooks you up with the Lewiston police gear, right?
Yeah.
That's always good, right?
PD.
So, Damien, you played for Coach Bonavie in the secondary, and he's also our running back coach. Talk a little bit. He looks like a pretty intimidating dude. So, talk a little bit about Coach Bon and what it's like to play for him.
It's been pretty great. He knows what he's doing, and I'm comfortable out on the field, and he is not afraid to tell you what you're doing wrong too, which
Even if
is pretty good in the coach. And it just made our whole defensive better this year. And
Cole, you get the opportunity at defensive end to play for the Coach Gray. Who's known to be a little bit of a crazy man around this building. So tell us a little bit about what it's like to play for Coach Gray.
We coach ourselves. We run all the drills by ourselves. Robert can attest to that. Me and Cam didn't run it. He just kind of watches. So.
All right. Wyatt, you play for probably the best coach on the staff. Maybe not the nicest, but the best coach on the staff. What is it like to play for your dad?
He has no clue what he's talking about. First of all, he tells me to not run around, but I like to do that. But yeah, he has no clue what he's talking about. I just basically do the opposite of what he says. So.
Now, Keegan, you wear number 19, which is the number of maybe two of the greatest players ever to play at the history of Leavitt High School. What is it like to wear the number of such another great player like Mike Hathaway, the ex-Leavitt quarterback?
He's gassing himself up. So good. It's so good.
A complete honor.
It's so good.
I'm pretty sure he was forced into it.
All right, fellas, that's all we have for today. We're gonna wrap this thing up. Thank you guys for coming. Thanks for this episode of Buzz Media. We'll talk to everybody later.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.